What it do, y'all? Bread took Rob, 11 million after taxes, Iron Black royalty, all that. Before I get into this video, man, if you're in the Houston area and you need to shop clothing shopping, check out EK Melange. That's gonna be 2909 Hillcroft Suite 100E, Houston, Texas 77057. Also, if you need a haircut, man, go to All Star Cuts, 6305 Dumfries Drive, Houston, Texas 77096. And ask for JT, ask for Big Rome, or ask for my barber DL, man. Shout out to black people making things happen. And I needed new hand soap in the restroom, in my guest restroom, so I got some new soap, man. So I handled that. Can't show you the label because I'm not getting a check off of that. But this video right here, man, I think as black people, we need to experience small forms of liberation. All right, man, we hear Kanye in the song, I just want to be liberated. And it feels good to sing along with it. But why don't we partake and participate in that? Example, right? And I'm talking about liberation on a small scale. Example, when we pay something off, whether you pay your car off, instead of jumping out and buying another car, because at least you're financially free when it comes to having a car note if you pay your car note. Instead of looking at a commercial and be like, oh, I need that new Lexus, or oh, I need the new BMW, or I got this Toyota, now it's time to upgrade to the Lexus. Why not enjoy not having a car note for a second, having that extra money to save, or you could take your trip or invest or something, or just having that bread just on deck just in case you gotta, whatever you gotta do, you got that bread on deck, So we need to try to embrace small forms of liberation. These cell phone companies have plans to where you can, for 2 years, you can pay on a phone month to month. After you pay that phone off, why not just hold on to it for a second? Maybe you don't need a new phone if your phone ain't acting up. Small form of liberation. I just paid my phone off. I got I'm finna tell you what type of phone I have, but I don't have no endorsement deal, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But I will say that I saw that iPhone 7. Never had an iPhone before in my life, but I saw that iPhone 7 and I looked at a lot of the features that it has. I'm like, wow, this could really help me in what I like to do, But I thought about it. I'm like, man, I just paid my phone off. Why I'm going to pay for this $900 phone and be paying $40 a month when my phone still could handle it? It may not have as much space as the iPhone, but my phone could do what it needs to do. I'm good, and it's paid for. I own this. This phone may not be major, but I own it, man. So when it comes to, I still have to pay a phone bill, but as far as paying on a phone, I don't have to do that because I own my phone. Small form of liberation, of financial liberation. And I think if we get in the habit of, practicing small forms of financial liberation, that could grow into major forms of financial liberation. If we're not paying on a car note, maybe your car note used to be $600 a month. And you was like, you know what? I'm going to ride it out with this Toyota, this Honda, whatever I have. I'm not going to go get the new Lexus. Now I have money that I can invest in a business, or now I have money that I could put into the stock market, or now I have money I could just hold on to. And before you know it, you keep stacking that, just like, let's just say you didn't put in the stock market, you didn't put in anything that grows, you just put in a regular savings account, whatever that grows, that doesn't even grab major interest. You put that money aside, and after 5 years, you have enough cash to buy a brand new car, which probably wouldn't be the best thing, but now if you're sitting on $20,000, $30,000, you could be a major player in the game. You can invest in something. You could go do your own thing. You could pay for college for your child. These are things that we need to keep in the back of our mind, man, because we're trained to be consumers. Just jump out, consume, 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 consume. But we're not trained to be producers or major players in the game, man. Instead of being consumers, Let's be producers, or let's just be major players in the game. Just having that bread ducked off to where we could, I got 30,000. Man, look. You know, that's how you gonna flex when you got that just ducked off to the side. You know, because now you a major player. You could do what you need to do. You know, oh, I could start a franchise. I could buy in the Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, I think you gotta have 200 some thousand. But if you have this bread ducked off to the side, you have leverage, man. And that's where we all should want to strive to get to. But I'm going to leave that right there, man. Let's work on being major players in the game, man. We need to embrace small forms of financial liberation. That way we can train ourselves to want to take steps towards major forms of liberation. But that's what it is, man. Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang Forever, 11 million after taxes. I am Black Royalty, EK Melange, All Star Cuts, H-Town all day. Y'all mucho, take it easy, man.